Hey everybody, welcome to 20 Sides to Every Story. We are playing The Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Um, we're starting a little bit later than normal, so we're great, we're awesome. You should follow the channel and you should join us in Discord. There, those are the announcements. So,
Yeah.
I like
cut it
that.
out with the chit chat. We're gonna get right into the game. So it's been sort of what 2 weeks since we played last, I think. Um, and basically our characters here have been on a little bit of a mutual quest where they were all looking for their lost things. They all had kind of a very similar way that they lost those things. They lost them 8 years ago, the last time that they were at the Witchlight Carnival. They all came together and went to the carnival to find some answers, check out the lost and found. It wasn't so easy. Their stuff wasn't there. But while they were there, they met a whole bunch of different interesting characters and kind of got maybe a little bit of information about, hey, thank you for the cheer. Road Killered. Thanks for the cheer. Um, I think they maybe like are coming to understand that it wasn't just that they lost their things, these important things that they um, went missing some years ago, but maybe it was something more afoot or something coordinated or something more nefarious that's underneath the surface as to why those things went missing. Um, you all, um, I believe, learned a little bit about some characters, some hags that belong to a group known as the Witchlight, sorry, the Hourglass Coven. So you heard that name come up a few times, and I think you even talked to. You see, I don't really even remember who talked to you and like told you about the Hourglass Coven. I think it was Mr. Light, right?
Yeah,
He
Mr.
kind of
Light.
gave you the lowdown a little bit there at the end.
He was a
Mhm.
little more cooperative. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you learned from him that the Hourglass Coven is sort of carved up this realm that's called Prismere, um, which traditionally is ruled by an archfey known as Sibylnia, who was you talked to this Kenku kettle steam that was causing a bunch of problems at the carnival, and kettle steam, their patron, they're a warlock, and their patron is Sibylnia, but kettle steam's whole issue with the carnival owners is they knew something was going on with Sibylnia and that she was in trouble, because Kettle Steam no longer had that connection with their patron, and so was causing a bunch of problems to try to get some answers out of Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, who very much don't want to see their show go askew. Um, so what you learned from Mr. Light was that yes, he does know something about what was going on and is actually in sort of a predicament with the Hourglass Coven. They sort of have them up against the wall a little bit in that they basically have forced them into an arrangement where they're able to steal or take whatever they want from the people um, that attend the circus, and in exchange they uh, don't orchestrate them losing their carnival. Um, they're sort of I think we kind of glossed over it, but they've got this deal. Like a long time ago, they exchanged their carnival with another carnival, which you might see sometimes on Saturday nights on the channel. Um, a darker themed, more Ravenlofty carnival, and those two carnivals basically swapped ownership. There was a character that owned the Ravenloft Carnival, and Mr. Witch and Mr. Light now in possession of the Fey themed carnival. If those two carnivals ever meet, they will revert back to the original ownership. And Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, they very much like the Fey themed carnival way better than that Dread domain carnival, and so they want to keep that from happening, and so they've been placating the Hourglass Coven, essentially. But you did some good deeds and kind of helped bring the cheer about for the carnival, and so you got kind of some answers from Mr. Light, and he was willing to show you how you could get into Prismere essentially through one of the tents that had all the funhouse mirrors and such. And so uh, you said a little rhyme, and together you stepped forth into the world of Hither, which is one of, I guess you could call it like one of the slices of Prismere, the being the whole. You've come to understand that these three hags have split up the realm and kind of individually rule over each one. Um, and so your hope is that since it would seem that the hags had something to do with all the other people's missing things, that maybe they too would have those things that belong to you and were important to you. And so that's kind of where we're at, and that's where we're starting here. So um, I think let's do some character introductions. It's been a bit. Just a reset since we've been off for a week. Let's just tell us whatever you want about your character, but then also tell us the item that your character lost and is trying to find, and tell us about that minor quirk or curse that you found yourself afflicted with that was attached to you losing that thing. You all lost a physical thing, and I think just about all of you lost something not physical along with that. And so why don't we start first with Vish?
All right. Hello, I'm Isaac. I'm playing Vish. She is a Triton artificer. Vish is at the moment she's still trying to find herself, though she's really doesn't know where she is at the moment. Vish is currently still looking for um uh well, I know you all don't know where it is, but it's there. Maybe someone out there might know. It's they are little tiny tinker tools. They're not tiny. I don't know. I was little when they're big. I'm little. Anyway, these little tinker tools, they have pink ribbons around them, and they're really nice. And there's 3 that are pink. There's 7 that are purple ribbons. There's one that looks like it is a horse, but it's a zebra, but it's actually a horse. And there's something else. I forget the other
One
thing.
is
And a gnome that looks like a dwarf.
Oh, a gnome that looks like a dwarf.
I
Yes.
think I remember feathers.
Oh yeah, well add that too. Yeah, there was feathers, especially. Definitely there were
We've heard this
feathers.
a couple of times.
Yes, yes.
I
And
feel
the
like I
other
need to
thing-
write this down so that I get it accurate. So like when the time
too.
comes that you actually find this thing, that I list out
This-
every ridiculous thing that apparently is in the kit.
I've got it. I'll send it
Okay.
to you.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh,
I have a
This is
transcript.
just looking at the camera and the rest of
I
the party's
feel I
behind him,
need to
like
write it
finishing
down.
it and correcting it because we have it memorized.
And currently, the thing that really she's not really she doesn't realize it. These curses, we don't really realize it, or some maybe are more than others. But Fish is she's kind of curse is that she has a lack of creativity. Everything she's doing is blah, and she doesn't know why. She used to have it, but for some reason that curse has just hit her, and she's not can't be creative anymore like she used to when she was younger.
Right. So next up, let's go over to Arlo.
Okay. I'm Joe. I'm playing Arlo, who is a Haringen, which is a rabbit person, and used to work at the Witchlight Carnival actually 8 years ago when it last was in Faerun. He had left the carnival. And when he returned, the carnival was gone. But among his possessions at the carnival that was very important to him was a small believe it's candlewood coffin that contained some of the remains of his of his adopted son. And when the carnival disappeared and that item disappeared, Arlo lost his sense of direction, and so has a hard time sometimes figuring out which way is which. And that's maybe why it took him so long to get back, or maybe he wasn't maybe it disappeared while he was gone, and that's why he couldn't find his way back to the carnival in time. Who knows? Certainly not Arlo.
I don't think I've ever asked. Was your adopted son also Harengon?
No, I haven't really had a description of it, but I think I decided he was not also Harengon.
Okay.
So.
Awesome. Let's go next to Lim.
Hi, I am Jenna. I play Lim Green. She is a what is she? Hexblood wizard. I believe now she is a transmutation wizard. I got to pick what she is. She kind of like she basically looks like a tiefling. She's got like the green skin. She's got horns. One of them is kind of broken off, and there's like these two mushrooms that are growing out of the stump of the one. Got the tiefling tail. Just wild hair that just goes woof out and all like down, like basically like goes down to her waist and just like foofed out, and usually like covers her face. So like all you can see is just like this, like her like little tiefling grin. How she sees, I don't know, with all that hair in her face, but it's kind of what she looks like. She's looking for one of the items that she's looking for. Her important item is a doll that she's hoping will connect her with the person who turned her into a hexblood. And the thing that she lost is a bit more apparent. She lost her height. So instead of being a normal tiefling height of being, I don't know, it's like the average of 5, whatever, she is now like 2 feet tall. So she is just a little gremlin.
Literally half the tiefling you used to be.
It's very true. Very true.
All right, let's go next to Maple.
Maple is a barbarian fairy. She had a little bit of a long life there. Her lost item is a pendant. It looks like a porous piece coming off, and Maple's brother gave it to her just before he decided to run off at the carnival to become whatever he thinks to be a wizard, and he runs off. That moment for her was pretty traumatic, but she kept it together while he was there. And then she was alone, like lost kid at the mall. And then the crowds violently pushed her into the material plane, where she ended up in Waterdeep as a waitress for the 8 years that we were waiting for the carnival to return, and we didn't know the carnival was returning. But that was for her was a lonely existence too. So she's got this. She's a pretty deep-seated fear of being alone at this point. She tries to be emotionally happy and supportive, but deep down she's got that. So that's what she's fighting. She has the feather wings instead of insectile wings, and she's got more of an earth tone look than most fairies from the Feywild would, because she spent the last 8 years at Waterdeep. But she's just doing her best to find her items and try to stay with everybody, stay with the group, because she really doesn't like being alone.
And as you pass through the mirror and enter into this realm of Hither, you feel almost instantaneously your impulses to kind of grab at kind of your chest, just like at the nape of your neck or whatever, because you feel that almost like the chain of the pendant is like hanging off your neck. It's not there though. You're sort of disappointed when you reach for it. You feel it, but you could feel it. You don't know how, but you could feel it somewhere. This feeling, it's just like certainty. Like you're certain it's here. You don't know how you know. You don't know exactly where, but you're close.
So I was just getting down with her insecurities. That's not helping, Alex. It's not, just now she's, yeah, that's okay. Thanks for that. Thanks. Okay. I'm good with that.
Next up, we've got Shion.
Hi, my name is Kim. I'm playing Shion. She is a high elf wizard, a member of the Order of Scribes, and so she enjoys scribing spells and that kind of thing. She was orphaned at a young age, and she was also adopted by a gentleman. She really doesn't know his name. She only knew him as Papa. She was very young and entered the Mages Guild because she had an excellent pendant for magic. And when she graduated academy, she was gifted by this older gentleman a signet ring. It looked like twisted twigs, sort of made out of silver, and it had some beautiful gems encrusted in it. One of the things that happened when she lost this particular ring is, one, she doesn't know what happened to the man that she called Papa. Two, she has no idea where the ring is. And three, her writing is completely illegible to anybody but her. Makes it kind of difficult to be a scribe and share the information.
I kind of forgot about that one.
Yep. So both good and bad. I mean, you can't read my stuff, but well, you can't read my stuff.
Right.
So yeah, so I'm looking for my ring. I'm looking to find out what happened to my parents and what happened to the one I called Papa.
So you have, Shion, a very similar experience as Maple, where you kind of instinctually grab at your ring finger, whatever finger that would be that you would place this ring on, kind of hoping or feeling instinctually that it should be there, like it should be there. And it's kind of gnawing at you a little bit that it isn't, but
Right.
same kind of feeling, like um, it hasn't felt as close as it does right now. Like you don't know how you know that, but you know it. You
Sure.
feel it. And so, so those are the characters, and you've all just stepped through the mirror and stepped out onto stone. Right in front of you is this sort of stone highway. It's being held aloft by arches, maybe some 50 feet, maybe, above what looks like a fog-shrouded swamp. Your senses are kind of being overtaken by like kind of um, that smell of that sweetness and rot commingled together, and you can hear off in the distance the buzzing of swarms of gnats and croaking of frogs and just sort of swamp wildlife, like it is very vivid and comes to life. You can hear it down below you, some 50 feet below, as you look out and try to make some sense of what your new surroundings here in this new landscape. Um, kind of, I don't know, we'll say like 300 feet in one direction, you can see that the causeway that you're on has like kind of fallen into ruin, and looks like it just has like maybe sunk or fell into the swamp. And if you look down there, as like the fog kind of drifts past your vision, like once in a while you get like this little clear patch where you can see rock and debris, and yeah, like it kind of confirms your suspicions about what happened. And you could see across the way, like a great distance, the highway seems to continue. Um, you It's probably about those are kind of your initial impressions without like further kind of inspecting what's going on and things like that. But yeah, rising from the swamp below is just this like music of discordant croaking and singing of birds and gnats, and it's almost sort of its own. It's almost sort of haunting and comforting in a way, but it also fills you with like sort of a sadness as you listen to it.
So are we standing like on a precipice then?
Yeah, you're standing right here on this highway is, I don't know. It's
Oh, what's like the name of the map? Because I
oh,
actually don't see
I'm
it.
sorry. You all I probably shared it like real quickly last time and then I didn't reshare it just now, so there you can see it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Wow.
Ooh. Ooh. This looks cool.
Yeah, that's neat.
There's the is that the hot air balloon from the announcement image that you used?
In the distant sky, you spot a great balloon that is actually
really?
in motion right now.
Oh.
There is now.
I was gonna give you a little time to like RP and such, but since you're looking for a balloon,
Sorry.
yes, you see one,
Sorry.
and it's sort of careening about, and like it almost like it gives you the feeling um, that like the balloon itself maybe is punctured, and there's like a lot of pressure that's like escaping it and causing it to kind of careen about sort of wildly, and its wicker basket is just swinging kind of crazily as it's being pulled along by this momentum. Um, the balloon, you just see it like it looks like it's plunging sort of out of sight into the fog. You kind of lose track of exactly where it goes.
Okay. Lynn probably would have been like looking out over the swamp, like, huh. Almost
Yeah,
feels like home. Is that a oh, that is a balloon.
you see
Oh.
actually like as you're like kind of looking and like trying to like give me a perception check maybe. We'll handle it that way.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Sorry,
Everybody?
let me-
Sure. Yeah, anybody that's looking out kind of at this commotion. You all see the balloon. It's more
Ah,
what
that's
do you
right.
see as it passes by? All
Gosh
right.
dang exhaustion. I mean, it didn't help. I mean, didn't do any better.
Well, apparently, this is like the exact opposite of your first session when you had advantage and rerolls and all sorts of crazy nonsense and you couldn't get above a 10. So, a number of you, yeah, if you got like above a 13, I would say, what you see as it kind of goes past the causeway that you're standing on, you can see what looks like a frog person is grabbing onto like kind of the rim of the basket and goes as he goes sailing
Oh.
by. And then you also see, yeah, a number of you rolled like 17 or higher. If you had a 17 or higher, I'd say you can see that on the inside of the basket, there's like a little cage. And inside the cage, a tiny little dragon. Um, and like you just got here, and this is all bewildering, but you swear that the little dragon in the cage has a little pencil thin mustache and like a scabbard and a sword on a little teeny tiny belt around his waist.
Man, I wish I could see this.
Um, how far away is this? Doom
At this point,
balloon?
it's out of sight. It's
All
it's
right.
disappeared into the fog, but it came pretty close, probably like within 100 feet or so of the causeway.
We didn't do that, right?
I don't think so.
I think we just got here. I think we took the walking route. No balloon. Or is there? She's gonna look around for possibly their own balloon and see. No, there's not.
No.
Unless.
Maple's just now moving her hand away from where the pendant should be, and she just. Okay, where do we start?
Well, we're up high,
Yeah.
and from what I can see, everything else is down low. Maybe we go low.
What landmarks can we see from where we are besides that balloon map?
Make another perception check.
Okay. Nine.
Okay. With a 9, I'd say probably the only thing you immediately see is the top of this tower sticking up out of the fog or the low-hanging fog because this is a pretty prominent landmark that you can see. So it just looks like a slanting tower. You can't see where its like foundation is, but it gives you kind of the sense just seeing it at this angle that it's probably like sinking into the swamp, kind of like this causeway a bit. Um,
Okay.
kind of that onion topped peak, and yeah, you see a couple of windows. Like it doesn't look like it's in ruin. Actually, it looks kind of gives you the sense there's probably like a wizard that lives there, or some kind of fanciful somebody that has wealth or means or whatnot.
What do you all think? Maybe that might be a starting place.
Hmm.
Gotta start somewhere.
Seems to
Maybe.
be what we're just looking for our stuff, right? Or are we looking for a coven of witches?
Both?
Uh,
I'm looking for my pendant.
Yep. Okay. So our stuff, that means if we want to try to find our stuff, we probably have to talk to people. And since that looks like a building, maybe there's a person there. Um
I
is
like it
there
when you
any
talk, Arlo.
is there any
You're real wise.
Yeah.
mhm. Is there any obvious way down from this platform that we're on, from this bridge, this broken bridge?
Not that you can see. When you look forward, I'm saying forward is like this way. You can see where it's broken. When you look behind you, it just seems to go as far as your eye
Into-
can
Where-
see, kind of
Yeah.
into fog.
Okay. So it looks
And how
broken
far
over
down is it
there.
to whatever land that is? Or can we not pierce the fog to tell?
I think you got a sense that it's about 50 feet up.
Okay. Maybe we have some rope. We could. Well, I don't know. I'm pretty exhausted. Maybe we should set up a camp here on a bridge and sleep for days.
nah.
How
Nah. Now that you
how-
mention it.
what time of the day did we leave the carnival?
It
It
was
was
like
nighttime,
night.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Must be
they had
close
just
to-
they had just closed up and done the crowning of the person who got to hold the scepter or the crown, but didn't get to keep the crown.
Right.
I am a bit tired.
Me too.
Agreed.
Would it be possible that we take a long rest here
It's
before we go
possible.
down?
Okay.
All right, I think because
Guys, there's-
if this bridge looks kind of like it actually looks here, I think what we should do is huddle up against one of these walls here,
Uh-huh.
and just kind of put like a rock covered blanket over all of us and just sleep for a long time.
you see how there's nobody else up on on the bridge, and we're here. I
Or
think
is there?
maybe we stand out just a little.
I mean,
I mean,
maybe,
I'm willing
but
to give it a try, but
it also would
it's kinda
require
lonely up
anybody
here.
that noticed us to be above us, or
How
climb
high are
50
the
feet
bridge
to
walls?
Like
50 feet?
from the footing where you're standing, it's maybe like 5
Yes.
feet.
Oh, well, that's plenty of cover. Nobody is going to see us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Temperature wise, is it like you must light a fire kind of weather, or is it like, oh, we could sleep through the night without?
Blanket?
It's you're gonna be uncomfortable. Like it's probably like 50s, 60s, and wet and damp.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Um,
nice.
No, that's not nice when you're tired. You want it nice
Oh,
and
it's okay. I don't
toasty.
mind. I
And...
could see. Oh, I don't mind the one. Hello, and she's gonna go like that in her web. Her web. Her web.
Oh, okay, fine.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Could I just take a look over the edge just to see kind of like just down, just to look at the swamp, just to kind of get a maybe a just like directly down. What does it look like? Like as far as like, is there creatures? Is it like what does it look like?
yeah. It's soft earth. That definitely looks like it is frequently flooded, I guess. Like it's a very wet earth, right? So there are patches of earth that you can see that look, not submerged, but then there's also kind of um, I guess it looks like a sort of a stream that kind of runs kind of parallel to the causeway. A lot of kind of willow trees, some fungal growth, and then you see something that kind of looks like a well.
Hmm.
Like just like a stone, very not a lot to it, just like a really basic kind of circular ringed well. And let's see, we got some things coming in here from the chat. Sith Lord Dave bought the DM a reroll and bought everyone else a reroll. So you guys have 5 player rerolls in the pot here.
Ooh,
Thanks, Dave.
thank you.
Thank you.
You.
A couple of them have exhaustion, so they might need those rerolls.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it doesn't look too bad down there. I think it might be nice and wet and damp and cozy down there. What do you guys say?
Well,
Yeah.
while Vish is looking down, Maple's gonna look up. Are there celestial objects that make me think there's going to be a day and night? Is there any chance that, like, what do I see above me? Because she's gone from the Feywild to the material before, so she's a little bit of a plains mover.
It's pretty overcast, but there's light. So you kind of get a sense there's something out there that like a sun or something, or maybe it's a magical effect, but there's something beyond the clouds that light is filtering down through them.
Okay.
And so it's bright. It's sort of foggy and such, but like it's bright light that's coming down.
Do you guys prefer to sleep on the bridge, or do you want to head down because I can't get us down safely?
I am perfectly fine being up here.
It's like a 50-foot drop to below.
Yeah,
I-
yeah.
I-
Mm-hmm.
I feel like most things will leave us alone up here, except for maybe our balloon friend, but it seems like he was having a problem. So,
All right.
so
Anybody
yeah.
else?
I'm also good with up here.
Lim is
You
like,
know, something about having the high ground. I don't remember.
Okay.
No, that makes sense. Yeah.
Lim, like as the conversation's happening, is like already like finding like a nice nook where like the wall meets the floor, and it's just like grabbing at like their stuff and just like covering
Um,
themselves in just their gear.
I'm gonna kind of lean up against, kind of against the wall. I'm just gonna sit there and go. I guess I'm, as everyone maybe might be getting ready to kind of. Do you think? Do you think those people those things are okay?
Are
Uh,
things?
Which
No,
things?
the poor frog guy in the balloon. Do you
Well,
think they're okay?
I didn't hear a scream.
I thought we.
That's all I got.
I'm sure they're fine. They're
Don't
in
know
a
about that.
balloon. It's like a parachute when it goes out. I'm sure it's fine.
Oh, yeah, that makes.
Yeah. Oh, eh?
I'm not an expert on this or anything, but if I had to guess, yes. No, I have no idea. I'm just so tired.
Yeah, me too.
I'm
Maybe
I'm
we
sure-
can help him after a good rest.
yeah. I'm already half the tiefling I used to be, and now I'm moving at half the speed of a tiefling I used to move at. So
Vish is gonna stare at Arlo.
I'm sorry, Bishop,
Are you
but
sure?
I would like to stay up here as well. And I think that we would need to wait until we're in better health to go and rescue. You know, you can't rescue someone else if you don't first rescue
She's gonna
yourself.
do those those eyes that she normally does whenever you start talking and she's not listening.
Okay,
Hey,
so we'll
Vish.
sleep here.
Vish,
All right, I go ahead and take out my bedroll and blanket then.
There's this little bridge, and then the rest of this world that we're gonna be down there soon, and forever. So I think it's gonna be okay.
But the
Yeah.
little dragon was so cute.
I
There was a
did- yeah,
dragon.
with equipment in a cage, and yeah, it was a lot.
And it had a mustache.
A mustache. Dragon with a mustache.
Yeah, you want to go see?
Yeah, but tomorrow.
Aw.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, I want to see, but later, after I close my eyes for say.
One
8
more sleep
hours.
until rescuing the dragon with the mustache, okay?
Yes.
One more
Perfect.
sleep.
Just because I'm sounds like I might not have another chance to show you this. I'll show you the image.
Okay.
Hooray.
Maybe? Where are you, buddy?
That is the plan.
Are we gonna get to see this dragon with a mustache?
I'm thinking the frog.
Or even
I'm
the
thinking
frog?
that's there we go.
Oh my god.
Oh, cool. Cool. That's kind of cool.
Look at this
There
guy.
are surprisingly human-like features on his
Yeah.
face. That is not okay.
I'm both amazed
That
and
is-
uncomfortable.
Exactly what caliber of gloves do you have to be the only item that you like? No clothing, gloves. Like
Yeah. I understand the
good are those?
belt to hold
Yeah.
like the sword. But why the gloves?
Also
Well,
for
and
holding
really,
the
why
sword.
the sword?
Maybe
I
they're
guess so,
gauntlets
yeah.
of ogre
it's
strength.
the
Can you
nose. It's
imagine?
the human. Yeah, it's the human type
That's what-
nose
that
that goes
wouldn't-
with the rest of the.
Yeah, there's a lot of things to take in here.
Nope,
Does have
I
a
don't think you
pendant
wanna-
on.
I want
I
to
haven't
talk to the
noticed that.
person who made this image. Like, what was the process? Like, what were the drafts before this? And why did this one get chosen? I mean, I know why it got chosen, but look at that mustache.
That's pretty great.
That's really good.
When butterfly wings go wrong, I mean, they almost look like tentacles. I'm done here. I'm done here. Thank you.
Not it for first watch.
Oh,
I'll do first watch. I'll do first. Yeah, I'll do first watch.
Fish. Who's second?
Maple will take second watch.
Maple. Who's gonna take third?
Is third the final one?
Fourth is the final
Fourth
one.
is final. I'd prefer to
Um,
take fourth and final if possible.
I'll
I can
take
handle second and third. You guys get some sleep.
third.
If you do 2
sure?
watches, you won't get your long rest though.
I know.
He doesn't need his. He doesn't need it.
Well, you do if you don't
Maple's
want
worried
to
about everybody else.
possibly incur the same shit that they're going
Right.
through, right?
Yeah.
So,
Because yeah, then you'll get
Y-
exhausted.
you'll undo the-
next day.
Okay.
Yeah.
okay, if everybody doesn't
well,
want me to, I was just
I
worried about you
need-
guys.
Okay, hold on. I need 4 hours to have a long sleep or a long rest. Is that 2 watches, Alex?
You could do you could do 2. No problem.
Okay, so I'll take third and fourth.
All right. So it sounds like Vish is taking first, Maple's taking second, and then Shion is closing out the night.
We'll do.
Good night,
All right.
everybody.
Good night, Fish. Don't forget to stay here and keep watch.
I go into reverie.
Lim is out. She's snoring. Like every time like she breathes in, you see like the little mushrooms like go like in towards her face, then
Oh,
out.
They're asleep. How's everyone looking? Are they all sleepy?
Everyone is
sleeping?
sleepy. They're sleeping.
Maple gets in like that cuddled up position. Her wings go over her. She's been here before where she's got nothing to sleep with, but she still falls asleep. Yeah, she's out.
Hey, Alex.
Yeah.
Did Vish see which way that
yeah, more or less. You know, like this direction
Okay.
ish, like somewhere out there.
Great. That triggered a song.
Well, would it be possible to kind of guess how long it'd take her to get over there?
I mean, there's one way to find out.
I mean, yeah. I'm gonna
Like,
leave. I'm gonna find a little piece of stone, and I'm gonna go ahead and put a little notey note on the stone,
Oh,
and it says, "Sorry,
okay, that's
don't
it.
be mad."
Oh.
And
Sorry,
I'm gonna
don't be
put it,
mad.
and I'm gonna put it next to Arlo.
Sounds good. And you know that he'll know what that means. Like almost exactly what that means. All right. So what's your plan for getting down there?
Fish is going to attempt. I probably should have thought of that. Let's see.
why start thinking now? Don't
Yeah,
worry
I
about
know. Yeah, I know. Start thinking now, right? I can do. I probably have some type of rope or something I could use. Tools. I have thieves' tools. Oh, not that doesn't help. I mean, I was sorry. I was looking for like the actual. I'm gonna say that I have some type of rope or inventory. Oh yeah, let's see. Python and rope. Yep, I'm good. I'll go ahead and help.
Yeah, are you trying to do that cautiously and quietly?
Yes, yes.
Make a stealth check.
This is gonna be great.
Nothing could go wrong.
Would you like to re-roll?
Do we have rerolls? Yes, I would
Yeah.
like
Oh my
to reroll. Sorry. An
Oh wow.
18.
Okay. So on the reroll, like your first strike, like you didn't think of it, but like your hammer comes down, thunk, and then you're like, oh shit, like that's right.
That's loud.
These things make noise. And then you manage to just tap 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 tap, and with some patience and diligence, you get it in there, and no problem. With the rope, you're going to be able to climb down there safely.
Yeah.
As you make your way down, you kind of touch down, your feet touch down on the wet earth, and it's like it's still day. Like you're basically, you guys were gonna take a long rest and basically just throw like your sleep schedule off a little bit. But you know you needed the rest, so you touch down there, and yeah, you want to start kind of heading through the swamp in kind of the direction that you saw that balloon.
Yes.
Roll me a d8 quick.
3.
Okay. This is really funny that this is the thing that you find. So as you start like kind of traveling through this fog, and you've got kind of this vague sense of like, you saw it kind of go off in the direction, maybe close to that tower. You're trying to like maybe use that sort of as a landmark to like keep yourself from getting lost. As you start to travel forward, suddenly up ahead, the fog kind of clears a little bit, and well, I won't say that maybe. I'll say that you hear something up ahead. There sounds like there's something sloshing through the marsh. Whatever it is, it's big. It's like slosh, slosh, slosh. It sounds like it's actually kind of slow moving a little bit. And actually, it's like dozens upon dozens of that sloshing. Like, sounds like large feet stomping through the marsh.
Oh, like feet stomping.
Yeah. And give me a perception check.
Okay. $12.
You also swear you hear the faint sound of like music playing, like a violin, and there's like a sweet smell of like baked bread and like
That's
warm
nice.
food cooking.
That's great. That's always good. Yes. Move forward.
And you move forward and you can see uh what looks like a three-story building, but at its foundation are just like dozens upon dozens of feet, and the inn is like sloshing through the swamp, and it's like kind of slowly moving through the swamp. Let's see. Trying to see if I've got a picture of that one.
Oh boy. Mm-mm.
I'm like waiting to like eventually hear, and we never saw Vish again.
Yeah, me too.
You find 5 large footprints indented in the swamp. One of them looks like Vish.
A hag approaches you. Does anyone want sushi for dinner?
Warm bread takes your senses as you draw unconscious.
Yeah, if I can find it, I'll pop it up, but I don't know. I don't really like how they organized this one in Fantasy Grounds. I'm not able to find it, unfortunately. Maybe if I hold it up, you'll be able to see it. Probably can't see the little feet at the bottom,
No,
but
that's
Weird.
I got you.
Oh,
It's pretty much what I figured it out.
Oh dang.
okay. Yeah. Just gonna run up and wave. Where? Hello!
Yes.
as you start like kind of calling out and waving your arms, you just see like the shutters on the building kind of open up and somebody like lifts up a window and you see an elderly human, female, who kind of like I'm kind of picturing like like in like Wizard of Oz when the little like Munchkin guy at like the Emerald City like pops open his little porthole and is like, "What do you want?" Like it's kind of like that. She's just like, "What do you want? What are you waiting for? Get on out of the muck and get on in here. You hungry? Of course you're
Yes?
hungry. Look at you.
Yeah. Oh, but I'm looking at. Did you? Um. Hi.
Hey,
Uh. is- Are you trustworthy? You're not gonna do anything to hurt me, right?
uh, you haven't given me cause to do any something to hurt you yet."
Okay, I'm coming up then.
Well, it took.
And it's kind of weird because like you feel like the feet are like maybe attached to actually to like the basement of this thing because there's like a rope ladder that comes from like the mid tier of the building. The doors open up, rope ladder comes down, and it looks like you're getting an invitation to stop up.
Go up.
And so as you climb on up, the woman she like holds down a hand to kind of hoist you up that last little bit
Well.
to get you in. And yeah, you're looking around and you're in um what if you didn't know any better, you're back at your favorite watering hole back at Waterdeep. Like it's just a pretty plain, normal looking tavern room. There's um maybe a handful of people in here. Um There's like, we'll say there's two like frog-looking people, humanoid. They're dressed pretty nicely, like the nobles of Waterdeep. Kind of this
Oh wow.
fancy, over-the-top clothing. There's a heron gun, um, two other humans, um, and a dwarf. So it's not packed, but there's a few people in here. There's kind of smells of like a hearty stew that kind of waft over to you. The dwarf is smoking a pipe, and so there's a little bit of tobacco smoke in the air. Um, and it seems like the only person that maybe is tending to the tavern is this woman that just hoisted you up. She kind of like dusts you off a little bit,
Thank you.
and she says,
Hi.
you need to get some food in you. Uh,
Yeah.
you
Oh,
don't have any weird dietary restrictions or anything, do you?
mm-mm.
That's
Uh,
good.
I, I, um, this thing, you can control where this thing goes?
Yeah, to a certain degree, it's open to suggestions and um.
Do I know where we could get more patrons?
Oh, really? Well, that would
Hmm.
be swell. I've been kind
Can
of
we
hurting
can
for
we sleep
business
there?
since Sibyllia's time has passed.
Oh, yeah. Well, I got a lot of questions to ask, and maybe we'll do it later. Are you open for maybe to go back, maybe close to maybe a bridge?
Sure. You got some friends over there,
Yes.
good paying friends.
Yes. Great. We have lots of money.
You can see she goes over to like the window, which is still open, and she just like sticks her head out, and she just like hits the side of the building, and she says, "Over to the causeway, let's go!" And you can
Yeah.
just feel like the whole structure just kind of lurch,
This
and
is awesome.
and it starts like moving in a different direction. Like some of the patrons kind of like grab like the tables and their drinks, like so that they don't like fall over onto the floor. But it seems like this happens from time to time, and these are regulars because they all seem to know to do that.
Yeah, but
And
they do
so,
it with style. Like they just pick up the bowl and keep eating.
yeah, yep. So, yeah, so this whole thing kind of lurches and moves over to sort of where the causeway is, and you can see it outside the window. And she says, "All right, well, you want to go and haul those people in here, and I'll get a round of drinks going, and
Yeah.
maybe we'll get
Yes.
some more music going. Any
Uh-huh.
of you play any music or have any
Yes.
songs or
Yes.
tales?"
Yes.
And like the one
Tons.
heron gun in the corner who's been playing this violin is just like kind of looks a little offended, like this is some kind of slight. But no, they
Uh,
just heard it on repeat for like hours and hours. It's time for a switch.
yeah. That is good. No, you're good. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go. Don't leave me. You could put an anchor down or something.
Um, hmm, anchor. No, you're just gonna have to like kind of like run and grab, the ladder. Or you want to get out? I could give you a push.
Up. We have to go up.
Well, you're gonna get out, right? And go get your friends.
Yes. Don't leave me.
I'll try not to. We're in the general. Just be quick about it, right?
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and do my best to get back up.
Sounds good. So you like climb down the rope ladder and then go and sort of find where your rope is that would lead up.
Mm-hmm.
And probably by the time you climb up there, give me a strength athletics to see how quickly you get up there.
Okay. Uh.
Okay.
Okay. 12.
Yeah, like average amount of time. Like you don't strain yourself. You're sore and tired, but um, you manage to get up there without being too pokey. But as you're climbing up there, you can see that like Maple's starting to stir. Not quite awake yet, but is starting
Okay.
to get a little restless.
I'm gonna run over and go, and I'm gonna pick up the rock, and I'm gonna go, guys, get down there! Wake up, everybody!
They're sleeping. They're really tired.
No, look,
Tell me
everybody.
quietly.
No, I want there. It might be enemies. We have to all wake up.
Enemies.
I have not left. I've been here this whole time. Wake up, everybody!
I start nudging Shion.
I
What
Oh,
is
it's-
going on?
it's that time,
Yeah,
yeah.
like you could just hear like in her hand, Cowie. Oh, and she throws it.
What was that?
That's the problem.
Okay.
It says
Come
we're
on.
under attack.
No, yeah, or not, or maybe it looks like it might be an in with feet. Come on, everybody, let's go. Come on,
A what?
Oh,
Can we-
What?
what?
What do
Huh?
we
let's
what?
go. No, yes, come on, wake up.
When did that rope get here?
Yeah, I took. Well, come on, let's go. It was there already. Come
Where-
on,
Are we going?
down. Look, it's gonna leave us.
What's gonna leave us?
I look around. Do I see? I don't know. A large.
Do we
Inward feet?
see an in with feet?
Make a perception check.
That's disadvantage for me, right? 2 levels of exhaustion.
Yeah, you haven't completed a long rest successfully yet, and it's starting to
Uh-huh.
look
Are you
unlikely
all-
that
are
it
you
will
all
happen
well
right here.
slept?
I got like a 3. I'm not even paying attention over there.
I got a
Hey,
3.
listen to me.
I see.
Well, 17, but minus 1, so 16.
Okay, so most of you don't see anything. Shion, through the fog, you see the outline of a something that, based on what Vish is telling you, like, okay, walking in, like this shadowy figure in the fog, maybe, like it looks like a building kind of shambling around, moving, but it kind of fades, like it goes deeper into the fog, and like, but you get a glimpse. You're inclined to believe the story, but you didn't get like great sight on it.
Please.
Was that a
Wake up.
building? Am I seeing a building? I
Yes,
saw
with
something
feet.
move.
It's
Realizing
I didn't
this
see
isn't
any
combat.
feet.
I'm gonna head over to Lim and Arrow. Which one looks more tired? Which one looks just done? Between you guys.
Looks like
That
Lim
would be
might
us.
not be able to hear you. And who was the other person?
Arlo.
Arlo?
I have 2 levels of extreme
Yeah.
tiredness.
I think
I'll
they're
just
both.
I'll walk over. I'll walk over to Arlo and I'll just tell you what. Just go back to sleep. I got this, and I'm just gonna pick him up.
No,
back to
I will
keep down.
carry. I will walk myself to this weird anomaly that hath, if it could pose a danger.
Lim,
And
same deal.
obviously,
or
we're
it might
not going to
have
be.
comfy beds, and that might have a round of drink for us. Who knows?
What?
We need
Okay.
Come on.
sleep,
Okay, here
so
I
let's hope
go.
there's some
And it's-
I am now
Uh,
behind.
Oh god, she's going.
I'm ever a fan of Vish's eternal optimism. I shall choose to believe today.
The hoping you guys get your rest is gone now. Apparently, there's Al.
So, so you start to kind of climb down one by one the rope
Oh
ladder.
no! Rather
Oh.
than play with the rope this exhausted, I'll cast Featherfall, and I'll
Okay.
take all of us with us.
Okay, so you all go down there in style.
Yep.
So, you feather fall down, you just float down, and your feet touch down into the sticky mud underneath your boots. Kind of looking out, trying to catch a glimpse of this walking tavern. You could see all around you are sort of rotting logs that are sinking into the swamp, and all different variants of mushrooms and toadstools and
Ooh.
fungus and crickets seem to abound around you that glow like fireflies and chirp serenely before they're snatched out of the air by the tongues of hungry frogs from little pools and ponds all around you. And suddenly you hear from one direction, mm, kind of in the direction that Vicious is trying to direct you towards, you hear voices joined in what sounds like kind of like a marching song. And the singing is like kind of crescendoing. It's getting louder and louder, and you just hear these unified voices singing. With sticks and stones, we'll break your nose. We'll beat you blind and steal your clothes. But none among us can compare to one wily, swift, and stand-up hare. Scarf that's glorious, thief notorious. His deeds are truly meritorious. With a wink and a grin, he'll show his cunning. A flash of his scarf, he'll take off running. Quick as a bolt, his long scarf trailing. Gasping, grasping, you'll end up flailing. You'll pout, you'll moan, you'll huff, you'll sneer. Thanks to Egdon Longscarf, Brig and Prince of Prismere. And from the direction that this like singing seemed to like kind of spring on you almost instantaneous, you see these 6 Hirangon, who are just kind of uh like kind of like in merriment, kind of doing a little jaunt, and there's 2 of them that are tugging at the reins of a giant snail that seems to be kind of um, coursing its way towards you all.
Are those friends of yours?
No,
Where's the
no,
inn?
yeah. It's
I
not
was
what
told
it's
there would
best
be
way.
beds and
There's
ale.
this would have happened either way, guys. Okay, so don't
Did you
blame me
say
for this.
Prince? Was that Prince? And
think it
I'm not
was-
on the ground. I'm up well, at least a foot now.
It's
I'm getting a little higher.
brigand prince. So, brigand is not usually a
It's still
savory word, I
Prince.
suppose.
Yeah, you're
I
not
was
wrong, you're not wrong.
asleep.
No, it's okay. This would have happened anyway. Just remember, it's not my fault. We're gonna go to the. Let's
Yes.
go past. Let's go to the. Come
Where's
on.
the inn?
Vin,
Where's
I
the
they,
inn
didn't
with
uh,
know
me?
Where's that way?
You
I
can
didn't
see the
know,
giant
Vish, that you were
snail
such
like.
a s-
Go ahead, sorry.
I didn't know you were such a strong believer in fate that this would have happened no matter what. But you know what? Perhaps you are wiser beyond your years than I
I'm
thought.
just really tired, and I really wanted to have that round of. I mean, I wanted to see what it was like in there.
Yep, that's okay. We'll now just get mugged and then we'll go to the inn. It's okay. This would have happened, as you said. This would have happened anyway.
So
Nothing we can do about it.
You're
the
gonna really
Harengon like see you all. They kind of like start to spread out, and like the one of the ones that's like on the snail is just like nodding along with what you're saying, and he says, that's right. This is a wobbly, so if you resist, we'll beat you up, you till you black and blue."
Oh, that didn't go in the direct.
Okay.
Why are you
Okay.
laughing at us?
No, I'm laughing with you.
Oh, that's good. We laugh when we're nervous and about to get beat up too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, there's no
Oh,
need
God.
for violence. What is it that you desire?
Well, it's gonna hit you where you live a little bit.
Well,
We
I don't.
want the feeling you got when you received your best gift ever.
You're gonna take a
Oh.
feeling from us?
That's right. And don't even try to talk us out of it.
What? I don't
Huh.
understand.
How does that work?
Do we never get to have that feeling again? Like you're
Mm.
stealing the memory and the experience from us permanently?
That's right.
And what hurt you so badly that you need to take our memories and
I
our
thought-
feelings?
I thought one of the rules at this place was that you're not supposed to steal from like anybody.
Well, it doesn't belong to you. It belongs to Slackjawed Warner. Warner. with a with an L.
If you sing it,
This
if
one.
Lorna.
when
This
you sang
weather.
it, you pronounced it right.
I'm trying.
I'm way more interested in the
But
name.
but you just said that it's our memory, so doesn't that make it ours? So you can't steal it?
Well, maybe it was yours, but now you're here and hither, and so
Feel better.
now it belongs to the the old crone.
The favorite gift.
Ah.
Hmm.
I forgot it already.
Last year, okay. Let's get to all right. My favorite gift. Can I just give it to you? Is that fine? Is that how it works?
Hold on.
What are you doing?
Come here. Come closer. And you can see the heron guy and this rabbit folk. He's like pulling out this like weird gourd-shaped object. It's got a little
Oh.
stopper.
But she does not. Then she does not come closer.
Don't do this.
I was
Hey.
just gonna tell you. It was more so telling than I was gonna. My favorite gift. Well, last year I was
Stop talking.
kicked out.
Don't fish. Don't
No,
don't
none
give
of that.
them
None of
this
that.
yet. Okay,
No.
because you'll never be able to remember this again if you tell them.
Yeah, last year I was kicked out of my house. I couldn't pay my bills, and it was great because then I got to worry a lot, and it was great to have. It's always good. It's the greatest thing is to know that you have it. That you need the bad so that you could have the good.
There are little
Perspective.
mathematical equations popping up in
Again,
front of Maple at this
wiser.
point.
Again, showing how wise fish is beyond her years.
You
Something
know.
that resembles a protractor.
You know, that's why you stick around with me, Arlo. You know.
sensible.
Yes.
Hey, you want to come over here and do that again?
Casting mage armor.
Oh, so it's going to be that way. Boys, get your clubs out. It's time to beat it out of them.
We don't need clubs. Can't
But we
just
can.
Go?
Lim
we
is like
go?
Lim is
Oh,
like rubbing her eyes. Like,
I would like to offer,
Just what?
presumably, there's somewhere to get a drink around here, right? Rabbits, hares, bandits,
brigands.
brigands.
Yes, and it's getting away.
Well, there won't be a place for you to get a drink if you don't give us your memory.
But what if I want to gift you a drink? You have to accept, right?
No, I don't have to accept it.
Why not? Based on the rules, if a stranger or friend offers you a gift, you must accept and provide a gift of equal value later.
I like to think Arlo like pulls out a scroll and he just reads the rules that were read to him.
Well, that's why I don't want to take you there. I don't want to even give you an opportunity to give it to me.
But then, what? Like then that
But
will be
you
the
will
greatest
We're getting into
actually-
semantics. We're not talking about getting no drinks with you guys until you do something for us. Well, maybe we'll think about it.
Well, that makes me sad because then you won't have my greatest memory sharing a drink with you. Goodbye. And she's gonna like turn around and like start to walk away.
You guys, get them. So, let me see. Let me set this up here. So they pull out like a couple of them have like these little slings, you know, like they look kind of like a childhood bully gang that is gonna beat you for your milk money or whatnot. Oh, I still got like Kettle's team and Thaco on there. We gotta get rid of those guys.
Echo.
All right, so this will
Love-
just be
loved
kind
that
of a
chat
theater
idea.
of the mind type combat here. So go ahead if you want. You could roll your own initiatives right off your sheet, and it should
Is
update in the
initiative
tracker.
counting as an ability check?
That's a dexterity check.
Yes.
So it is
Sure
an
is.
ability. I'm just
Yep.
asking if I need to roll it at disadvantage.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Mhm.
13. But attack rolls are not, right? Because
Attack
it's
rolls are
level
not.
3 when attack rolls. Okay.
Yep. So, it looks like Shion, you're at the top here, and you were already kind of preparing yourself for this possibility, but you can see they look like they're getting aggressive. They've got weapons out and such. There are 5 of the Harengon in total. I'm sorry, there are 6, including the one that's been giving you lip service here, and then the giant snail. So there's the giant snail has 2 riders, the leader and another one that's got kind of a sling that he's whipping about. What would you like to do?
How many of them can I catch in a 15-foot cone of burning hands?
I'll say you can hit 2 of them like that,
I'll do that.
or you could
Oh.
hit the snail and the 2 riders.
I don't think I want to injure the snail per se. He hasn't done anything wrong. Yeah, I'll go for the 2 that I can get in burning hands.
Okay, sounds good.
Perfect.
So a 20 and a 14 on my saving throw. Do you know what your spell save DC is?
Yep, hold on a second. I thought that was in my notes. Spell save DC.
You're a wizard, right?
Yep.
What's your intelligence modifier?
My int modifier is +3.
You have a 13 DC.
Okay, 13 DC. So both make it?
Both make it, so they'll both take half damage. So they're both
7.
still standing. Their fur is a bit singed from the arcs of flame that lick out from your fingertips, and they just have kind of like this pained, like their eyes kind of go wide and their fur is just blackened. There's some patchy bald spots. It's all singed and they're a little bit harried. All right, so those 2 immediately, those 2 that you just hit with the burning hands, they go like directly at you, Shion.
Yep.
And one kind of leaps. Well, he doesn't even have to leap out. It just kind of steps forward and tries to bonk you.
Okay.
And that will be a 12 to hit, which I imagine misses with the mage armor.
15. Yep, correct.
And then the other one is like kind of on the opposite side of you, and you feel like he got like a little bit of an advantage. These guys have pack tactics, so he's gonna have advantage. So he kind of tries to hit you in the blind spot here. And a 21 will hit for 6 points of damage.
Oops.
This next one is going to just has a sling out and is whipping a stone kind of wildly about and is going to try to hit Lim with it.
Oh no!
So Lim, a 21 to hit,
I think that hits.
and that'll be 4 points of damage.
Youch. Okay.
This next one is going to have a club out and is going to go after Arlo with the club. 18.
I will hit.
That one is 4 points of damage. And this other one is going to do the same thing. They're kind of practiced. They know to kind of take advantage when one's got the attention of one of you. This other one's going to go to the other side of you, Arlo, and try to take advantage of the distraction. 18, 4 points. And that brings us to Maple.
Yeah, Maple's gonna rage. This got very mean quick. As soon as Maple sees Sharon get hit, she's gonna head over in that direction. I'm going to push one of her attackers away to the point where they no longer have pack tactics, and just throw him over there.
All right, strength athletics.
Let's see if I. Yeah, roll with it. Here we go. That's a 19.
No problem. So you go and you kind of grab hold of them, shoulder check them a bit, and toss them. You shove them
The wings,
about 10
wings
feet
go
away or so.
And now I'm positioning myself so that they shouldn't. I'm hoping they can't get back tactics again, but I don't know like what else is behind us, so they might be able to circle around. And I pull my weapon.
All right.
Well, fuck.
Next up is Arlo.
Okie dokie. Let's see who is by me. There's one in front of me and kind of one behind me, right?
Yep, 4 and 5 are near you.
Okay. And the ones that took damage are not by me; they're by Shion.
Yeah, relative to Shion.
Okay.
And,
Well, one of these jabronis done hit me, so well, both of them did. But I'm only going to hit one. I'm going to whip that quarterstaff out, twirl it around, hopefully bop him on the head. If I can find my action.
This got little bunny foo-foo quick.
Yep, and I'm gonna two-hand it because I'm not planning on using my martial art or my bonus action to use an unarmed strike. So this should be a D8 if it happens to hit.
Oh yeah.
All right, so
Yep.
I'm gonna
yeah.
do.
Very nice.
How can I edit this to be? Because right now it's only showing as the 1d6, but I want to two-hand it.
I
Is there
think
a-
there's a. Give me a second. There's an icon on there that's showing a hand. If you click that hand again, the number 2 should pop up on it, and that should increase your damage. It might not
Oh,
because it might
th-
go to.
Cool, awesome. Yep, that's perfect. So that was a crit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it should auto crit it. Hopefully non-lethal. If that
Non-lethal.
is
Yeah.
yeah.
So this guy, you crack him right, kind of right in the face.
Like yeah, or something. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't like palm, like shove his nose right up into his brain or anything, but you give him a good whack. You're practiced with this, and you can just see like kind of his stars in his eyes, and he just goes like face plants into a big pile of muck.
Yeah. And then as a bonus action, I'm going to kind of turn around and face the other guy and use a key point to do my patient defense. So I'll have the dodge action. So as a
Okay.
bonus action. So it should be any attacks against me should be at disadvantage or whatever.
Sounds good. So the mouthy one that's on the snail, just like you can see, there's a little bit of concern in the other heron gun. As soon as you crack this one and drop them unconscious, they kind of all look to the leader, just to kind of gauge reaction. He goes, "Everything is fine, guys. Like he was a weak wink anyway, so don't worry about that. Just keep attacking. We need those memories." And he grabs a sling and he's like whipping the sling about, and I think we'll try to hit Arlo with it. You're like the biggest threat on the battlefield right now from his perspective. So, um, your dodge will cancel out the advantage from the pack tactics. So this will just be straight roll here. A 17
That will hit, yeah.
and 6 points of damage.
All right.
And then you see him, he kind of looks over at the other one that's on the snail, and he's like, "Well, what are you waiting for? Get down there and do something." And so the other one, like, kind of like ears perk up, seems a little startled, and grabs a club of its own and jumps down. And I'm gonna say it's a toss-up whether it goes after Shion or Arlo. Gonna go after Shion. So Shion, you see this one that's on the snail just like stands up on the back of the snail and like crouches down and does a standing leap and leaps all the way, clears like an incredible distance, maybe like 20 feet or so, and drops down splat right in the muck right next to you and tries to smack you with the club.
All right.
and gets a critical hit.
Woo! Okay.
And that'll be 7 points of damage.
I fall unconscious.
Yeah, she does.
And you can see the one on the snail just says, "Oh boy, go and get that memory quick before then we can hightail it out of here." And then it is Vish's turn.
Vish will run. Would she be able to get to Shion?
Yeah.
She would run to Shion, pull out what appears to be, she's looking like through her purse for all the different things, and she'll bring out like a tissue. And it looks kind of like a used tissue. And she's just gonna and throw it on you. And cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Thank
And
you.
she's gonna rub it on your face. Okay, this bomb is supposed to work well. Sorry.
Oh, good.
The mom shower.
Yeah. All right. Action Cure Wounds. Boop. Cast. Oh wait, that's not Cure Wounds. That's Caustic Brew. Never mind. Heal. You get.
Nice.
That's a nice one.
Yeah, there you go. 11 points.
11. Sweet.
Mhm.
That brings
And-
me full.
And I will stand in front of Shion, looking back at whoever else is coming. And I guess that's the end of my turn.
Sounds good. Lim, it is your turn.
All right. Lim is gonna be like shuffling back. Or no, wait, there's one who's standing close to her, right? Because she got hit. Or no, I don't remember.
Did you get hit with a sling?
That I don't remember. I know I got hit, but I can't remember with what.
Yeah, there was a sling stone.
Oh, it was a sling. Okay, then yeah, she's gonna just kind of put some distance between her and like the enemies, I guess, at this point. And she's gonna like arms are kind of like drooping. She's like she moves like probably a good like 10, 15 feet away. And she's like, I just wanted sleep, and she's gonna do magic missile. I don't have sleep, but she's gonna do magic missile. And she's gonna do it on. She's gonna.
Sounds good.
Nice.
Just knocked over a bunch of stuff. She's going to do the magic missile on the leader.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. So, yeah, she's gonna point to him and just be like, "I just wanted sleep. Why'd you have to ruin this for me? Pew pew pew!" And just like shoot off like a whole bunch of like little missiles. And I don't actually remember how magic missile works. It's like it just kind of
It's 1d4
just kinda-
plus
right?
1 for each missile, and you get 3
Okay.
if you're casting it as
3d4.
level 1.
Yeah.
3. Okay, that it didn't like mark how many you got, so I was like, I know it's more than 1. I don't remember how many. Okay, so I'm good. I guess Jabek is the leader.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. 1, 2, a 3.
So.
Oh.
Yeah, all these missiles go and they just cut through and like pierce through this guy's body, and like he falls and drops like dead in the
Oh.
swamp, and the snail is just and like all of the Harengon just like jaws drop, and they're like, one. They just start like running off into the swamp. You know, barring like an actual combat here, like, do you want to chase after them or do anything with them
No.
as they go? They disperse.
My first thing is gonna be to like run up to the fallen guy and just try to like medicine check to see if there's any way to keep him from like just being real dead.
Yeah, you were cautious with like your blow, so like he took a crack to the head, like he's unconscious, he's not dying or
Okay.
anything.
I'll be like, stop! You gotta take this guy with you.
One of them runs back and like
And-
picks him up a little bit and is like,
Take the snail.
And the
Oh.
snail as well, but this one, I don't know. I don't think there's anything we can do for that. I think mostly he's just got holes in his entire body.
uh-huh.
Sorry.
Thanks. No, uh just like grabs this guy, like fireman carries him away and is kind of like wailing, like they're all just like terrified of you at this point. Like
I feel
there's just like this bloody mess of a heron gun, like that's still there in the swamp, just like.
I feel like what just happened here was like in their mind, like they're like those like little kids from like Robin Hood, where they're like all like marching and pretending, and then they met like the actual trouble.
The sheriff of
Like,
Nottingham
"Oh!"
just got drunk and was like, "Time to die."
Yeah, yeah.
Um, could I, Alex, could I have thrown that rock like towards our direction?
Sure.
The little rock.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, it would you in that case, Joan, you would have landed on it, and you would have just heard Lim's voice over and over going, "Sorry, sorry, sorry, sorry."
Why is my face all gooey?
Yeah, it's bomb. It's bomb. Okay, cleaning bomb.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Sorry, sorry.
So as this is happening, suddenly you hear that, for Vish, familiar sound of dun 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 dun, the kind of splashing about, and pretty soon this inn on all these little feet comes like kind of scurrying into view and goes, kind of comes to a screech like right in front of the Harengon body, and you just see like the shutters of the thing like open up, and that human woman like puts herself out there again and like looks down and she says, "I don't think any amount of stew is gonna help him. How about the rest of you? You hungry?"
And that is when Maple
Yeesh.
slowly puts her battle axe away.
Do you have a
Rope
bed?
ladder comes flying down. Come on out!
Yeah, use every ounce they have left to climb a ladder.
I'll make sure everyone gets up there. You're all good.
So you all make your way up and find yourself inside this quaint little tavern room. And the proprietor, Sue Harabax, she ladles up a couple of bowls of stew, gets some bread for you, takes some drink orders, and once she's all kind of done, like kind of doing all of that, she just kind of sits down with you all and she says, "So, um, are you new? Are you new to Hither?
A little bit.
How's it
A
been
little
for
bit.
you so far? You liking it?"
I need sleep to truly
Sleep is
appreciate
good.
its beauty.
"Oh, sure. Well, we could get you some rooms. It's no problem. We
Perfect.
accommodate all of you. What do you say? Maybe like five silver apiece. I think that should do."
Do I even have that? I think I
Perfect.
do. Yeah, I do.
We have
His-
lots of money. Hello,
That's
I'm
generous.
Vish. Nice to meet you.
"Hey, nice to meet you. My name is Sue."
How do you do?
"Well,
Do, 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 do.
I do like Sue."
Nice.
Sue offered stew.
"It's true."
Was that you?
Yes. Oh, oh, we're rhyming again.
People seem to do that here. I don't know what it is. It must be
It
something
was
in the
kind of
water.
fun. It's kind of fun. Oh yeah, a room and stew and ale and that'd be awesome.
So there really is an inn with feet.
There, it really is. There really is, and you're standing in it right now. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Pretty cool,
Definitely
huh?
different.
You're not out of the water yet. You left
Sorry.
on watch.
I did. How can
What?
What?
But I'm
Huh?
also proud because you found a bed. Where is it?
Oh, you're all tuckered out. I could take you to your room, no problem.
Yes,
And
please.
she'll just say, "Oh, the rest of you, I'll be right with you." But she'll escort you, Lim, to
Okay.
kind of the upper level where all
Ooh,
the guest rooms are and such. And
cool.
there's fresh, clean linens and like the room. You know, there's still sort of that swamp gas kind of smell a little bit that pervades, but in terms of you know, it looks like this is probably the best comfort you're going to find in such a place.
Sweet. Oh yeah, she will take it.
What are the rest of you up to?
I'll go ahead and eat a little bit. Hang out, listen to the going on for just a little bit, and then find a room to crash in.
I would mention. So the real. I mean, she's gonna look around and be like, I mean, uh, and just look at the rest of the party because she still doesn't want to admit that she went out on her own. So she's like, so just thinking, did you see somebody that might have, there was a balloon or something?
Oh yeah. I saw that. It looked like it was going out in the direction of that old tower.
Oh, you think they're
Must
okay?
uh probably not. There's all sorts of wild. I mean, well, maybe now that you guys are out of the swamp, maybe he's fine, or they're fine. You squashed that little feller down there, didn't you? You look like a mess.
Uh, yeah, I guess, I mean, I didn't. It was collective. It was that. Lim gets grumpy.
Just totally snoring.
You're grumpy too, but
They said they wanted our memories. What was that about?
uh, you know, the heron guy. And there's a whole gang of them out here in the swamp. They do the bidding of Slackjaw Lorna. I know how to
What's
pronounce my
that?
L's, so it's not a problem.
So
The
who is
the
that?
something prince? Yeah.
Well, she's kind of the one that's running the show here ever since Sibylla has kind of lost control of things. To be honest with you, I don't care for it much. She's really kind of put a damper on moods around here. But it would seem she's got kind of a lock on control of Downfall up north, or up on the other side of the realm.
Down. Well,
It's a town. I'm sure you'll make your way there at some point. What is your business here in Hither, anyway?
lost items.
Oh, yeah. Yep, I would imagine that Slackjawed Lorna has something to do with that. She collects things as well as memories, so
Oh,
I
maybe
was thinking the same thing.
did you happen to see maybe these their little tinkering tools?
no.
Okay. Okay.
Like Maple was ready to take a big swig and be there for like 5 minutes, and she just that was the no.
She's
That
tired
worked.
a little bit. That worked. It sure did.
No. Like Maple's just learned
Okay,
wisdom.
I need a room. I go ahead and see if I can get a room.
And yeah, she'll help you or give you directions at least to like going and get set up, and she continues kind of talk there. Now it's just Arlo and Vish and Maple at the table.
Yep, whatever they have for a bath, like perfume or water or whatever, I take a bath and clean off all this and swamp garbage.
Yeah, there's probably not like a hot bath, but you could definitely take kind of a little draw some water and get yourself cleaned up and whatever and
Perfect.
get cozy.
Yep. I'm gonna climb in and go to sleep.
So she says, "Oh yeah, if you're looking for your lost things, you're probably looking to head up there to Downfall. That's where all the bullywugs live."
Okay.
Tired folk, I could tell. Maybe we got some
Yeah.
time to like chit chat in the morning, but you eat up and you drink up and get yourself settled, and we could talk in the morning. Well,
Okay.
What
if you
do
want to
we?
sleep that long, I can wake you
Do
up when
we?
it's morning time.
Okay. What do we owe you for lodgings?
5 silver each.
Okay. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 2.5 gold pieces. Here. Here's 3 gold pieces.
She says, "Well, I thank you."
I'm too tired to do the math on the silver pieces part.
Are you happy, Arlo?
I am.
That's good.
I am just tired. I am neither happy nor not happy. I just am.
I exist.
So it sounds like Arlo's probably gonna go and get tucked in. Maple's already there. Vish, what are you up to? Now it's just you and her.
You? I have a question, and maybe just as a request from you.
Oh, anything.
Can you not mention that I came out and snuck out, and I wasn't supposed. I was supposed to be keeping watch.
Mm.
We haven't met until now.
Okay. I mean, I guess I don't have to. I wouldn't think of mentioning it, but now I kind
Gotta
of
cover
want
all
to.
my angles,
But
cause,
yeah, right,
cause,
right.
'cause, I mean, we got down. I woke everyone up, and then we got jumped. So I kind of feel guilty.
Oh, well, don't feel bad about that. You couldn't have known.
Yeah.
I tried to keep, this thing has to keep moving. Like I tried to get it to do like a little circle thing, but when you got so many feet, they all just kind of kick at each other, and it's really hard to coordinate.
Okay. What do you call this tavern?
Um, well, I like to call it the inn at the end of the road.
That's nice. I'm sleepy too.
All right,
Thank you
well,
very
you
much.
go get your
I
sleep on there.
appreciate it. Good night.
So you all get the benefits of a long rest. So those of you that
Yeah.
have 2 levels of exhaustion, only have 1 level of exhaustion.
Yes.
And hit points are all recovered. Spell slots and abilities, all that good stuff is reset. And then you awake in the morning, and um, your hostess. She has some breakfast. She has for you some kind of blackberry tarts and hot tea and some different like cashews and nuts and things like that. She
Ooh.
serves up for you.
Oh, I feel so much better. Oh, good to get some rest.
Yeah, I tried to let you sleep in a little bit there. It seemed like you needed it. You all were looking. I could see the bags under your eyes. I get that way sometimes too.
Appreciate
Thank
that.
you.
Thank you.
I am feeling better. Not 100%, but better.
Yeah, me too.
Where are we, Sue?
We're in Hither.
I know that, but I'm saying like, do you know maybe where we might be right now? Or do we just
Oh.
go around in circles?
She goes and like she takes a look outside the window a bit, um, and she says, "Oh, looks like looks like we're just rounding the far side of the Telemy Hill."
How far
Hey,
is that from where
you
we
asked,
started?
so I
That
told
means
you
nothing
the
to me.
geographic location of where we're at.
Thank you. Oh.
And then Shion, you asked like how far away is it from Downfall?
Where we started. Yep.
Oh, where you started. She says, "This is your first time in Hither, so this is probably a good time to kind of uh, help you understand sort of how physics works a little bit here. You know, distance is sort of what you make of it. Is it close? Is it far? Can you measure it? No."
I take out my book and start making notes.
She's like, "Yeah, but, do you want to be where you started? We could be there."
No, I was just trying to figure out where we were in relation to that.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah.
definite.
I think we have to head up to down
Yeah.
under. Her mouth's full. She's got like what, at least one nut going on, and just trying to talk with her mouth full.
Lim's kind of doing the same thing. She's like, oh yeah, we're so. Oh wait. Oh, the rabbits mentioned how a lot of, or maybe it was you. I don't know. My memory's a little foggy. Um, how the crone likes to take people's stuff and memories. Was that
There's
you
a
or the
crone?
rabbit?
Oh,
I thought it
I
was
might have
Prince.
said that.
That was you. That was you.
It was Sue. Okay. So, is it possible to get things back from the crone?
Yeah, sure, possible.
Has anyone done so successfully?
Oh, not that stopped in my tavern,
Mm.
Nobody comes back and tells me the cool stories. They just tell me about the first chapter and the introduction to the story, and they say, "Here's X, Y, and Z that we're gonna go and do," and then cliffhanger. I don't know what happens. They never come back and tell me how it shaped up.
Oh,
So you're gonna go find your stuff, right? And you're gonna tell me about how cool it was that you tricked slack-jawed Lorna into giving it to you back, and you.
oh, I hope so. That's my goal. When we
If
get
we
our
can
stuff back,
find you again.
yeah. How do
Oh,
we find you? Your thing's always moving.
if you come out here and you want to find me, you'll find me.
Oh, that's easy.
It's
Oh,
pretty
okay.
easy.
Oh, okay.
If you come
That's
out here and
wild.
you don't want to see me, probably still see me.
So is that how most things work around here then? If you want to see it or you want to be there, you just think about it?
Yeah, but don't get too preoccupied with not wanting it either, because then you'll find it also. Yeah,
Mildly
train
confusing.
yourself to just not want and be live a life of stoicism.
That shouldn't be too difficult.
Whoa.
That's deep.
Yeah, I didn't
Wow.
understand any of that.
It's early.
Not really a stoic person, Billy.
I guess I'm trying to figure out we're here. We're in a completely other realm of dimension.
Hither.
Hither. And I don't know how to get to the crone's place to get my things back. And also B, I'm mildly terrified of meeting a crone to get my things back because one of the rules of this place is giving a gift of similar value. How does one value, at least for me, a doll made of hair, but it's
Oh.
also like I need it? So what do you base the value upon?
It's a very good question.
Yeah.
And do you have
Right, is there like a blue book or something that has lists of,
Values.
like this is a 97 with a couple of dings. How much do I pay for it?
You know, if anybody had one, it would have been Sibylna, but she's missing.
So what is the big deal with Sibylna and like the crones? Because I think we heard that like she was missing. Someone thought she was in trouble.
Well,
What kind of happened?
don't really know. Nobody's seen her. There's a lot of
Huh.
speculation. It seems clear that the hags had something to do with it, as they have propped themselves up, divided up her domain, and are ruling sections of it.
Hmm.
Some believe that she may be trapped or indisposed. Um, her place where she used to rule is called the Palace of Heart's Desire at the center of Prismeer, sort of the focal point of what is now a divided realm. So some say maybe she's trapped there or held up there, or I don't know. Maybe she's been expelled from her world. What I can
What do you
tell you
think?
is that things have been all upside down ever since she disappeared. You know, I heard you talking about someone filled you in on the rules and how the rules of Prismeer work.
Yeah.
Well, it's all sort of been perverted a bit. Zabilda's not really here to enforce that law or that rule anymore, and so things are sort of a little upside down. Well, your lost things, for example.
Hmm.
The rule of ownership. The hags have sort of perverted that and suggested that everything within Prismeer is theirs.
Hmm.
Can I ask a question about, so Hither is what, a sub-state of Prismeer, or is it a plane within Prismeer? Is Prismeer a plane? My directions are really I don't really know what's going on here.
Well, it's a funny thing that Prismeer itself is just kind of a domain of delight within the Feywild itself, and it used to be you could come and go through between hither and thither and yon freely. But there's sort of this division that the hags seem to have put up these walls of fog and mist. It's really hard to go from one to the other without someone that really understands how that magic works. So
I
I
see.
guess
So,
for the time being, you could sort of think of it as maybe independent hermit countries within a whole.
okay. And you, and your inn is is bound only to Hither right now? Like you don't
I have
traverse the fog?
I haven't been able to figure out a way. I'd love to, as you can see. Business hasn't been all that great. There's only so many people that come through here. In fact, it's sort of surprising to see travelers at all. But yeah, I wish it could be that those walls would come down so we could move about freely within the wider Prismere.
And maybe you don't know this, but um does the division that the hags made, is that of like they divided Prismere into the three different places, and so different one rules each one, or
That is my understanding. Over the time here, there've occasionally been someone that's been to the other. In fact, there's someone up there in Downfall. Strange creature. Goes by the name of Clapperclaw. But he was able to move through and told tales of being to the other realms.
and Downfall was where again?
Close.
It's where we want it to be. And that
Okay.
too.
That again, you're so wise beyond your years, Fish. I love it.
Thank you. Are
You've
you being
learned so
serious? Are you
much.
being? You're
I'm
being
trying.
serious, right? You're not being mean to me, right?
Arlo is trying to be serious.
Okay.
Joe has a lot of trouble with keeping a straight face while he's saying stuff. Like, I was trying to be earnest here, but I'm personally having some struggles with it. Okay,
What's
I think that's
Clapperclaw look like? I think we got to meet him.
Um. Well, you can't miss him. He kind of looks the way it sounds like, based on his name. Um. Big lobster claws. And sort of a strange gourd like apparatus on his head.
That's not at all the image I conjured up, so I'm really glad you specified.
Oh,
a gourd-like head.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe he looks like a walrus, but his hands had like claws and he claps them constantly.
Why
He wears a
should she
gourd?
that?
Right? So like clap or claw. Cha.
He wears the gourd all the time, or is it like ceremonial?
um, hmm.
Like to me, it would be more appropriate to be named like Gordy.
Cordy Claw.
Maybe
That'd be good.
we could suggest that. Maybe.
Maybe he's just making that decision, clap or claw. He just can't, work it out.
Yeah, it's a love between two different things, so you had to combine them.
So if
There's a lot of gourd stuff like that. Those guys, they were trying to take our.
oh yeah,
Oh,
they were
yeah.
trying
Gourd,
to.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Are
right.
gourd's like a prominent symbolism in Hither.
Maybe. I feel like it wasn't always a gourd. I feel like he switched it out for like this big like burlap sack full of who knows.
Oh
Like
no.
maybe he's got different heads. I don't know. He's got really weird. But like I said, I don't get a lot of business, so I said sure, come on up there, Clapperclaw. That's what I said.
I feel like we need to meet this guy. So Clapperclaw, he was able to move through.
Hither, yon. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
that's
well,
what he
let's
said.
Okay.
go outside and desire to be where Clapperclaw is.
Yeah.
Ar- Arlo, Arlo plays has. I remember maybe that you might have played an instrument, a flute. Is that correct?
I don't think I do. Let me check. Nope, I don't have one.
Do you play any instrument? Maybe that Vish might have remembered.
No, I don't have any skills of that sort.
Okay.
Well, I'm not good at it, but I play a drum. You probably
Oh.
see it hanging off a maple somewhere.
Oh,
Not helping.
before we leave, I promise you that we will play something for them. Last
Okay.
night, when
Oh.
before you all went to bed.
Oh.
You mean after
That
we
sounds
went
like
to
fun.
bed, since we
Yes.
don't recall it, right?
Yes, yes. After when you went
You
to
don't
bed.
recall before you went to bed either, Arlo. That's
You're sleepy.
This is true.
I mean, I haven't
Well,
done anything
if
with it in a
Maple
while.
wants
But...
to play the drum in the corner, I could recite a poem or something.
That would be nice. You
Assuming-
you are very poetic.
Sure.
Say my favorite poem, Arlo.
Okay.
Get like the
Her
poem
wings go up.
bongo drums.
She's trying to pretend she's not excited, but her wings are giving it away.
Does anybody have any poems?
No.
My favorite one. Do the one
Ah.
you know so well.
Yes, the one I know so well. I believe we call this one the tree between the other trees.
Ooh.
And
Yeah.
it's all about a lonely tree. I heard Jobo the Sad tell it one time.
Yes.
I can't really. I can't. It doesn't rhyme or anything.
Doesn't rhyme or anything.
Well,
No, it's nice because it doesn't rhyme.
but basically, the gist of it is there's a tree and it's lonely.
Uh-huh.
And it's so sad.
Oh.
And it wonders, why am I all alone? So then it drops all its seeds and other trees grow up next to it and it's happy. But then a bunch of people come down and make a house out of all those trees. And the tree is no longer between the other trees and it's sad. Then it one more time sprinkles its seeds and all the other trees sprout up. And then they all burn down along with the house. And then the tree is sad again.
Yay!
You're taking
know.
us on an emotional roller coaster.
Arlo,
The
I
The
always
wings told the
do-
whole story. Like,
I do love how you always would describe the poem but never really recite it. I really enjoy it when you do that.
and now I can't fly. Thanks. I need a drink.
Lim is gonna go over and kind of like to rap, like do like the poem wrap up jam and just like. Brrr, boom.
That was so good.
So-
though.
Lim, as you go like up to like kind of, I don't know, it's like a little corner of the tavern where like the performances just kind of ad hoc happen or whatever. It's not really staged, but you go over there and then you go and you look out and you're like facing everybody else. And there's sort of an odd feeling that comes over as you suddenly become aware that there's like more people in here than there had been just a moment ago. In fact, there's a lot more Harengon that are in here. And you can see that there is one Harengon who is wearing a very, very long blue scarf and has this like branding iron in hand and is just looking at you and like kind of twirling the branding iron a bit and like just is like mad dogging you specifically as I think that's where we'll end the session is
Yeah,
like
that's
with like, you know,
It's not a bad idea.
the Agden Longscarf's gang has like come back to be like, you brutally murdered one of our members.
I was half asleep at the time.
It can be held responsible for sleep rage.
Yeah.
It's a real
Remember-
thing.
That was
Sleep murder.
another long-haired, half-horned,
Long-haired.
long-haired, half-horned flying missile thrower.
Did Agden like the
It wasn't
poem,
me.
though, is the real question.
You come from more memories. Let's do about to get one.
Yeah. Did they like the poem? Maybe that changed
They
their
like
ways.
the poem.
It seems like
We
my
don't
phone
know,
really
yeah.
really drew a
just
crowd.
see 'em all just like hitting their, their clubs and everything.
Does anyone smell burning iron?
Reminds me of all of the Lonely Trees friends.
I like to think they funneled in, but
Burnt.
then they waited for the poem to end before they cuss her.
It was good.
Oh yeah, they waited. Like they definitely waited for dramatic effect. They wanted to wait till Lim turned around specifically.
Oh yeah, she's like, all right, and like she turns to like look at the crowd, and then she sees all the like the herring gun. She's like,
Well. I don't know if that's what he sounds like. To be honest, like, I wasn't planning to do any of this. It was pretty good
Those
though.
are the best ones.
Yeah, yeah.
I haven't had to turn the page of this module in an hour and a half. Just put it over here.
When we did the random roll of like what Vish was going to encounter, and I saw that it was an inn, I was like, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Well, thanks everyone for hanging out with us here tonight on 20 Sides to Every Story. Hopefully we'll get this back to a little bit of a rhythm starting next week. We had all sorts of crazy stuff going on, so thanks for hanging out with us here. What do we got going on this week? Tomorrow night we've got Dragonlance, Rise of the Magistrate with DM Dave. It's going to be tomorrow night at 7. Thursday night we've got more tragic sides to every story. Me and Joe T are going to finish up our playthrough of House of Ashes and hope that it wasn't a bus driver that was behind it all. That'd be nice. Probably would be a bus driver. And on not Friday night, but Saturday morning, we've got another community campaign game that we will be running. I think my first Saturday community campaign game in a while. So, Temple of Elemental Evil at 9 a.m. That's our game that if you really like watching the stream and you'd like to play with us, you can do so. In fact, if you wanted to play in that very game, you probably could, because I think I've only got 2 people on the sign up right now. So, if you want to learn more about the community campaign and how you can create a character and join, just put in the chat here our link to the Discord. If you're watching us on YouTube, just check the description of the video. I'll put the link to Discord in there as well. So come join us in Discord. It's a great place to hang out and talk D&D and tabletop games and other nerdy type stuff with us all and hang out with us in between the streams. But with that, let's see if we've got any friends out there that we could raid. We do. Hey, I see Drake Takes is streaming, so let's go and give them a raid. So thanks everyone. We'll see you all soon.
Goodbye.